Hey, everybody. So today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about interpersonal communication. And it sounds like a big word to me, interpersonal, but it just means between people. And so when we talk about interpersonal communication, we mean an exchange of messages between two people. That's all it means. Sometimes you'll see the term in the book dyad, which is just a term for a group of two. Okay. But anyway, so as you know, communicating with another person can happen verbally, meaning spoken, or non-verbally, which can cover anything from like written communication to one another to just those looks we give each other with our eyes or shrug our shoulders or whatever it is. And increasingly, we do a lot of our communication through technology. And you're probably aware, you've seen that sometimes when you're communicating, say on Snapchat or via text, that you have to do something else to convey your full meaning than just put text. So if I say something to you and I'm being sarcastic and I roll my eyes a little bit, I convey that message clearly, not only through verbal but through a nonverbal. Whereas if I just say the same thing with text with no other context, the meaning can get a little bit muddled. So we do have to adjust our communication, our interpersonal communication for the situation at hand. So the core elements of interpersonal communication are that you have a sender and a receiver. A sender encodes a message, meaning they think about what they're going to say, what they want to communicate, and then they encode it, meaning they say, how's the best way for me to say this or communicate this so that the receiver will understand it. And then the receiver, when they receive it, they decode it. They not only just hear what you say, but they start to think about, well, what do I know about this person and what is it they're trying to tell me? And usually, if you've ever had a relationship with someone that you know each other well, it can usually be very efficient, but sometimes you can read too much into the way the sender encoded it or the way the receiver decoded it. So the message is what we're sharing, and the sender are the receiver, and the receiver are the people communicating it. And then we have to recognize there's an encoding and a decoding process. Down at the bottom, a couple more terms. A channel is just how we communicate. So whether that be in person talking, that's a communication channel, talking on the phone, texting, some type of social media, messaging or posting, or whatever. So those are the different types of channels. And then there's typically noise in an environment. And that could like literally be noise, like there's stuff going around and you're trying to talk while there's a jackhammer going in the background. That would certainly make it hard for us to communicate. But noise can be a lot of other things too, right? They can just be what's going on in the environment you're in, whether that be emotionally, whether that be physically. Um, and so noise is anything that sort of obscures the message as it travels through the environment. And the environment is just this place we have to communicate in and how that shapes the way we have to communicate. So those are kind of the key terms, I guess, and they call them the core elements of communication. So basic skills that can help us, like I think like a lot of this, no one teaches you how to communicate, right? Like maybe when you're little, your parents do a little bit, but mostly we just sort of learn it by watching other people. So recognize that good communication is a skill. It's something we can work at and become better at. So if we're a sender, we need to be careful in how we choose our words and make sure they're the most appropriate words for what we are trying to communicate. And again, regardless of what communications channel we're using. As a receiver, we need to listen carefully, make eye contact, and ask questions. What's interesting, right, is in an exchange, you're rarely just the sender or just the receiver. You're often both, usually both in most of those situations. And then finally, we try to provide feedback, right? Even just looking someone in the eye and sort of nodding as they communicate with you can really help them understand that they're getting the message across. So these are skills we can use. And again, I'm not saying these are the only, this is just a basic, quick mini lecture on the topic. So again, I don't even know if we have to explain this, but clearly being able to communicate well with other people, whether in personal or work or educational settings, is going to improve relationships. It's going to help people trust one another, work together better. So I think that's obvious. As so many of it, at the end of these videos is always like the why it's important. And I think to most intelligent people, it's pretty clear. Like we want to be able to communicate better, um, so that we can work better together and trust one another. Anyway, hope that explains some of the key terms involved with communication. And I hope you have a terrific day.